Okay, let's check out numbers 6 through 10 on the 7th grade MCA packet. Number 6 reads, the temperature when Patrick pitched his tent to camp out was 63 degrees. When he woke up at sunrise, it was 25 degrees cooler. What was the temperature when Patrick woke up at sunrise? Alright, well, we know that it started at 63 degrees, and at sunrise it was 25 degrees cooler. In this case, we will be subtracting since cooler means a lower temperature. So I'm going to do a little cross out there, and 13 minus 8, or 5 gives me 8, and then 5 minus 2 gives me 38, so we'll be looking at 38 degrees at sunrise. So that's how we do number 6. Alright, number 7, simple division problem. My guess is they're not going to give you a calculator for this, so they're going to test your knowledge on dividing decimals. So this is 2.17 divided by 0.7. So 0.7, or yeah, another way to look at this is how many 0.7s go into 2.17. And to make this easier, if we move this decimal over one spot, then we're going to also move this decimal over one spot to keep things consistent. It's kind of like multiplying both of those by 10. Alright, so we're going to check and see then how many times 7 goes into 21, which is 3. 3 times 7 is 21. Do subtract. We get 0, and then we'll bring down 7. And importantly, make sure you bring your decimal up. Okay. 7 down, how many times does 7 go into 7? Once. And we'll find out then we got a remainder of 0. So 3.1 is what we're looking at here. Another way you could check that is to take 3.1 times 0.7, and when you do that, you'll get 2.17. Or you could have taken any of those numbers and done that and seen which one matched up. But that's the direct way on how to get that answer. Number 8. Alright, we have an interest problem. Caitlin puts $400 into a savings account for 2 years at an interest rate of 2.5% using the formula I equals PRT. I is the interest, P is the principal, R is the interest rate, and T is the time in years. How much interest will Caitlin have earned at the end of the 2 years? Alright, so they give us this formula. The easiest pieces to fill in are the rate and the time. So time is always in years, so I know that that's 2. The rate is 2.5%. Now you're going to want to convert that to a decimal though, of 0.025. And a lot of students will say, well, that's already in a decimal. That's true, but it's a percent. So percents can be written as decimals, even though that percent contains a decimal. We can convert that to just a decimal, which is 0.025. So that's my rate. And principal is either what you invest or what you're getting loaned. And in this case, it looks like we're investing $400 into a savings account. So if we multiply these 3 things together, we should get the interest. And in order, I'm not sure if this is a calculator problem or not, but anyway, I can do some little tricks here, like 2 times 400. As long as we're multiplying everything together, it doesn't matter what order. So we get 800, and then 0.025. Since I don't have my calculator here, I'll do it this way. 40, and then add a 0 there, 0, 0, and then 2 times 8, I get 16. Alright, so we're going to add these together. 10. Okay, and we're going to move the decimal 3 spots. 1, 2, 3. So $20, it looks like, in interest you will earn. Not much. Those savings accounts don't get you much for interest. Alright. Mike can paint 4 decks in 9 hours. At this rate, how many decks can you paint in 36 hours? Very simple ratio. So 4 decks in 9 hours would be 2. How many decks in 36 hours? And you can set up this ratio and do a little cross multiplication, division, or you can just check and look, okay, well I know 9 times 4, and a little mind blank there, will give me 36, so I can do 4 times 4 to get me to x, so x would be 16. Otherwise, you can use your fish method there to solve that ratio or proportion. All right, and number 10, very, very quick one here, which describes the absolute value of k on a number line. Well, remember that absolute values always come out positive, and the reason that they always come out positive is because absolute value really means distance, okay? So distance from 0 is the definition of an absolute value, so we'll be looking at D for that one. All right, so there we go. That's 6 through 10 on that MCA packet.